I want to know, there's a lot of, you lived through the internet coming of age and all this, and you wanted to be on radio. So in 2025, what's the real role of the radio versus the internet when it comes to music?
Oh, I mean, that's an interesting question. I mean, the radio can never go away, first of all. You know what I mean? When the power goes away or anything like that,
Yeah.
we still need the radio. When we have a big hurricane, we still need the radio. However, yeah, the roles have changed and nothing is wrong with that. It's technology to change. Radio is still relevant if you ask me, because you still don't see anybody from the big world, the whole world, but I mean, that's out there, that doesn't want their song on the radio. You name it, from the Cardi B's to everybody, they still want a song on the radio. Because for me, and it's just my interpretation, nobody come up with what I'm saying, is pretty much is that the internet moves really fast. And for you to make a song that can stand the test of time, like some of these songs that we spoke about earlier, you do need a radio. You need that consistent play over extended period of time for people to cement this song as a hit, a long-term hit. A lot of these songs that we have now, yeah, they blow up really quick and them bust the place really, really, really quick. But as soon as them bust up, it's the same way them disappear. A lot of the songs that, were hot last year won't even play, 6 months after. And that's where the radio comes in. The radio gives you that consistency. You play on the radio with that consistency. It play first week, play second week, play third week. It will play it up to a year. Over time, people still love the songs. So I think for the radio gives you that long-term longevity in the business, and I feel like the internet is quick to get your attention. So I do think that radio is crucially important, and radio gives you a side that you can't get anywhere else. Like, for example, the interviews that are done on the radio, you have to know how to speak and how to censor what you say. You have to know how to create a radio hit as well to make, of course, we can sing anything and say the dirty stuff and it always work, because you appeal to a street market, or that kind of market. But to do something that's 100% clean and reaches the mass, it takes something. So the radio will help you to kind of curb you to be that kind of person, where you can make song for the entire families in just doing song for a niche market. So for me, the radio is super important to today's world. It's not the quickest way or the easiest way to get on the radio, but when you do, it normally makes sense in the long term.
You see, and I think that's what you said is what I've had in my mind, where radio would give you the long tail, where you'd hear this song forever on the radio, and it's more passive on the radio opposed to where Spotify, where you're more self-serve with a playlist and stuff like that. So radio isn't dead. Radio has switched its position to what it used to be to what it now is in 2025, opposed to what it was in 1995.
Yes, definitely. Because in 1995, it was the only way that you could get that mass of attention. Today, it's not. You have TikTok, you have YouTube, you have your own personal Instagram pages, you have so many different platforms. You understand? But to be on mainstream radio is still one of the biggest accomplishments you could ever get as an artist.
But it's just like being on TV. We have YouTube. We see everybody on Instagram, all this stuff. But there's something about being on TV. I don't know, because we grew up with it. We grew up with radio, where to see yourself there, you feel like, okay, I've done something. Something has happened in my career.
For sure. 100%.
No, definitely. I like how you explained it, because how you explained it is how I had it in my head. But I wanted to see how you would see it as somebody that you live in two worlds, where you live in the radio world. That's your daytime job. But you're a producer, so you see analytics from Spotify, TikTok, Instagram. Sure. So you can look at both and you have a good sight, and you can make good decisions by looking at radio and looking at analytics at the same time.
Yeah, 100%.
Click here to watch the full episode, and don't forget to subscribe.